It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Denver Nuggets. Looking at the Nuggets, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Pistons. A crushing defeat.
Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Battle in the Western Conference, the Sacramento crowd hoping to watch their Kings come out on top. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
Greg, we know that's in the past, but you can't change that for sure. Nevertheless, a win would be sweet.
So on the floor for Denver, they've got Anthony, and it's Barnes, and at the 3, the small forward. Kicks it to Payne. 1:44 left here in the first quarter. Poked away. It's stolen by Jefferson. And they're on the break. There's the pass to Justice. It's deflected.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Now here's Anthony. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Nobody near Barnes. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And the Nuggets lead by 17. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Barnes. The shot from the low post is good. Barnes has got 11 points.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Scoring-wise, a really sluggish start for him, guys. I mean, just 2 for 7 overall.
Denver with the ball. Sacramento able to drain the 3. The feed to Payne. Stolen. Inside. Passes it to Jefferson. And he banks in the lane. He's got 10.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And, guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
Here's Cohen. They get it back. Shot's good by Neal. Neal's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And for the Nuggets, we've got Payne, and it's Neal in at the 5. It's tipped. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
They've already picked up a number of fouls here, and they're in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet, keeping their hands up, and defending without foul.
Denver calls timeout. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah, I can't name a team that's going to find a way to win shooting like that. I mean, they never had a chance with the touch they had that night.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
1:04 left here in the second. Justice the pass to Clark. And it falls over the rim and in. Clark's got 7.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Pass to Payne. Feeds it to Neal. Tries again. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Pass to Clark. This one for 3. No good. And Denver the other way now. Shot and game clock separated by 5. They set the screen. There's the dish to Barnes. Here's Knox. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Gets it off. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Denver on top, running away with it. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. And the Kings making a change here. Carl's checked in. Denver also making some changes. Neal's checked in, and it's Payne in for Ellis. Payne kicks to Neal, and that one is stuffed right through.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right there for sure.
He'll take those all day.
Dishes it to Jefferson. And stolen by Barnes. And for Denver, we've got Payne, and it's Neal in at the 5, down low. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Ewing's checked in for Denver. Gordon comes in for Barnes. The Kings have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. To the middle, here's Wang. The second chance effort, and it's good on the layup.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Ewing kicks to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Payne in the post. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
He's tall for a shooting guard, and he took full advantage of his height on that one.
Kings have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. There's the screen. Here's Wang. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Here's Payne, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Rejected by Payne. 5 to shoot. The pass to Wang. Tries again. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Outside Gordon. He dishes it to Payne. Pass to Pena. No good off the pick.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And stolen by Payne. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Finished off the break. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
That's good.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Justice.
And it's denied. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
At the line for the Kings, Payne. At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. Payne hits them both. The Kings have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
.153 left in the fourth. Off the screen, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
There's the pick, and the layup's good off the glass. Payne's got 8 here in the quarter.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
We've got 1:23 left in the game. Carl played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nuggets.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted to do.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Neal. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And he knocks down the first one.
Payne at the line for 2.
Payne hits them both. "40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the pick. Pass to Wang. 6 on the shot clock. To the left wing. Shot off the screen. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Step back shot. That's good.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This crowd.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunity. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in. Boom, boom, boom.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Weird rotations after the, no wonder he didn't score much. What's all up with these weird rotations? That's really weird. Really, really weird. Are they going to save? Yep, we've all gone back to that, which is what you want.
I learned it from my wife.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It's game time in Denver as the crowd is filing in the Pepsi Center, looking to cheer on the Nuggets. For the Denver Nuggets, they won their last contest, that game against the Sacramento Kings. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Boston, we've got Carson, and it's Jones in at the center, filling out the middle. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the throw line.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Pass to Trent. There's a good screen. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
The feed to Payne. Again, the Nuggets score.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
So it's Boston now. Denver getting their last shot to go. Pass to Trent. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. He's got 8. Denver leading by 5. Pass to Anthony. Here's Payne. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Sacramento.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
There's 1:26 left to play here in the first. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Here's Glover after the Nuggets pick up 2. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Here's Holland. Neal pulls it in. Denver's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Kicks to Payne.
That's green. That's in
Knocks down the 3-ball. Now it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
And the Celtics with possession here. Pass to Trent. T, covered by Barnes. T.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And the Celtics making a change here. Weaver's checked in. Here's Carson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
Yeah, and it seemed like he spent about half the game shooting free throws. Credit him for really taking it to the defense.
And now look at the teams that have shot the ball the best over the course of the last month. The Nuggets, number 1.
Yeah, Kevin, it's been a long month for anybody who plays these guys. I mean, they've been shooting the lights out, and it's been game after game after game.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Carson, and it's Finley in at the power forward position.
I love the offensive execution on that possession.
Celtics trail by 9. Screen by Jones. Nice ball movement by Boston. They set the pick. Dragic kicks to Finley. And
Oh,
Ewing with the
bang.
block. Anthony drives in. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
And here are the Nuggets now. Here's Hamry. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Now the pass to Finley. Got a piece of it. Hamry. He's guarded by Finley. With some arc. Can't get it to go. Now Boston takes it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
And he gets it to go.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Back to Dragic. They double him with Payne. A floater. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it.
Ewing a screen on Dragic. Payne gets a wide open look. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Deep 3, that
and
one.
Now it's an 11-point Denver lead. Down low, here's Dragic. Good D by Ewing.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Assist from Aaron.
Celtics trail by 13. They set the pick. Here's Carson. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Carson's got 8 points.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
No good from Dragic.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Now here's Payne. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Knox. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly.
And that concludes the first.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They lead by 10. Shaq, your thought? All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Some fantastic numbers here for Anthony. He's got 11 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Payne, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Carson, and he gets it back. The second chance effort from the baseline. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Carson's got 12.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
And for the Celtics, they've got Jones, and it's Carson in at the 2-guard. To the middle, here's Westphal, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Look at Cleveland. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, Boston. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And when you look at Boston, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And, you know, I don't think they need to wait for the offseason to start making some changes. I think they can start the rebuilding process right now.
No problems knocking that one down. Carson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And for the
Two
Celtics,
assists just
we've got Carson, and it's Trent
not
in at
happening
the 3.
because of those misses by
Carson gets the
Westphal.
bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Westphal, and Jones sends it back. Outside Dragic. Passes it to Finley. Rejected by Payne.
Bang!
From outside the arc. Barnes kicks to Payne. Down low. Here's Knox, and at last they get one to
Bloody
fall.
hell. Can't get
He's
it in.
got 11. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Shot clock at 6. Jones lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Jones has got his second bucket of the night.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
There's the pick. The dish to Payne. Fires from the wing. Nice jump shot. Good. Payne's got 12 points in the game.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Carson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Someone's just jumped on.
Now here's Payne. He's covered closely. That one's off. He's made 5 and missed 3 now. Celtics trail by 10. Here's Carson. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Hamry. It's hauled in by Trent. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Carson gets the bucket. Carson's got 13 points in the second half.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
To the paint, here's Payne, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Nuggets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
2 shots.
Payne hits them both.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Here's Trent. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Payne dishes to Anthony. It's stolen. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Holland. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Anthony? Tops in scoring, first in rebounding. And with his incredible court vision, he's first in the league in assists per game.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Nuggets making a change here. Ellis is checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Finley's checked in. They double him with Payne. To the right side. All alone. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Carson.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
Payne out there with Ellis, and it's Barnes in the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. T the best. 5 on the clock. Pass to Carson. With the shot. Rebound by the Nuggets. Ellis has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And he gets it to go.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Here's Conway. And that one's good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chance.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Carson, no good.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And Neal kicks to Barnes. Screen by Ellis. Barnes dishes to Ellis. And he gets the bucket. Ellis has got 5 points for this quarter.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Here's Holland. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
They're sending guys to the line way more than they should here. They need to play good position defense and avoid the reach-in sloppy foul.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're in front by 13. A minute 50 left here in the fourth quarter. .137 left in the fourth. Payne passes to Neal from 10 feet out, and too long on the shot.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to
What
try
is
and
that?
get it done.
What is that pass?
Goes out of bounds. That one's
Oh, I don't get
Boy,
it in
did they
every
ever make a
NBA.
mess out of that one.
Like,
Terrible turnover.
if a person, oh, it was tipped, was it?
1:10 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Okay, I'll take that back.
Now here's Payne. D right on him. Over to the left wing. Feeds it to Neal. And again, Denver no good.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Denver.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2 games.
I tell you what, Greg, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
Celtics making a switch here. Weaver's checked in. .34 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Finley. Back to Jones. And he gets it to go.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad. I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Payne with it. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
There's no doubt about it. This guy is a leader. He was in attack mode all night, calling for it and delivering in some big, big plays and baskets. His point total shows everything that I'm talking about.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire
Alright, so Payne had a 25-3 game, but Ellis with 24-1-1-1 on 3 of 4 and 10 of 14 from the field. Knox had a double-double with 5 assists and 1 block. Barnes, you know, had a pretty effective game. What did they do? Do they have any standout? Carson. He's only 26. Mac Finley, power forward, had 15, 5, 3 and 1. Lawalu, how many badges did this guy have? He only had 4. Thought he had more than that. But he's 36 years old now. He was actually not a bad 2K16 player Obviously hasn't panned out in the actual NBA as of yet, but Carson Trent. So they got a David Carson and a Carson Trent. He had 13, 3, 2, and 2. Luka Dragic had 9, 5, 6 with 1 block. Shot not that great, 2 of 7. Clarence Holland. Damon Jones is 36. He's still, other than his lockdown defender. He's still 77 at the age of 36. I dare say his overall's gone down because he's probably a bench player now, maybe. And yeah, so they've got 3 Carsons on their side. Golomak, Roman Golomak. And that's all she wrote. So I'm going to try to regulate myself down and hope that I hear from my mate in the morning and that everything's okay on his end, which I know he's going through some stuff at the moment, but yeah, hopefully he's okay. What's this going to say? Have we got anyone? Have we got anyone with a contract extension? So we're currently at game 56. Game, sorry, 57. There's a award race. Ooh. It's going to be tough if we can't re-sign him when he's the main character. Be very interesting if we can sign him. All of next season, if he plays again, is going to be a sim up until the playoffs. I'm just going to sim every game. I was hoping this would be his last season, get him his MVP in his last season, and him retire in the Hall of Fame. But dare say he won't be retiring. So that's all from me. Catch ya.